So welcome to the South Main School, the haunted South Main School. The school was built in 1890 as a school, K through 6th grade. In 2005, it shut down as a school. Then until about 2013, it was a common space for the arts. At that time, it shut down. Then in 2017, Kelly and I started running paranormal investigations here at the school. Okay, so this is the gym. The gym was added onto the school in 1958, along with the entryway we just came through. It's your basic gym. The kids would do their physical activities. They had a nice big stage for everyone. When we first started investigating at the school in 2009, one of the claims was that people would hear piano music coming from the gym. And at that time, the gym was locked up. So what we did was we brought in these old pianos as sort of trigger objects. They would hear this music during the common space era from about 25 till 2013. Now when the school shut down in 2005, they had a ceremony in the gym. They had some past students and alumni sign their names along the wall there on the South Main Hall of Fame. Some people signed for their grandparents, which were here in the 1940s. Claims include sitting on the stage and being touched by someone or something, noises. We do have claims of deaths at the school. We do know for a fact that a janitor had a heart attack at the school. We're not sure if he passed away in the school or later at the hospital. We interviewed someone who was working here at the time. They actually were a witness to that, but they just cannot remember his name. So we have yet to verify the actual identity of the person. We know in 1908, a Hungarian mason was doing work outside the school. Later the next day, they found his body on the grounds. He had passed away of a heart attack. We do know that 2 students passed away while enrolled at the school, not actually at the school, but while enrolled, a boy and a girl. The boy had brain cancer. The girl had some type of blood disease, and they both passed away. Okay, so before we head into the main building, this store here is actually an escape hatch from the girls' restroom downstairs. By fire code, they're required to add it in, I believe, the 1920s. It actually leads to a stairway which goes to the girls' restroom. And we'll see that when we get downstairs as well. Okay, this is the main building. We're going to head downstairs to the basement. And this is the girls' restroom. Very dark, no windows, and you can actually see the stairway that leads up to that emergency exit we were just talking about. Now, when we first got access to the building, that was all boarded up, so I wasn't sure what was behind there. So I kind of took off that plywood thinking, okay, what's going to be back there? Is it going to be a body, a skeleton? No such luck. No claims to speak of in this room. It's just a dark and creepy section of the building. So this is the main hallway of the basement. Claims in this area include hits on the K2 meters, EMF meters, hits on REM pods, general feelings of unease. These 2 rooms here, we have the kitchen for the cafeteria and the actual cafeteria. Both of these rooms were added on in 1929. Prior to that, the children would probably eat lunch upstairs in the classrooms, or they would come down here in shifts to eat, perhaps. At any time, we believe the school held anywhere from 100 to 300 students, so they probably came down here to eat in shifts. We're not quite sure what they would feed the students in the early 1900s for their meals. We're still trying to figure that out. Claims in this area include shadow figures, as well as in the cafeteria. That would have been understairs storage in room 17. Room 16 was just basic storage. Room 15, we're not quite sure what it we used for. We've heard anything from a kindergarten room to a music room to an art room. It probably changed functions throughout the years. So all this area here was added on in sometime after 1890. We're not quite sure the exact date. I'm thinking early 1900s, 1929 perhaps. Now before we get into the original building, my partner Kelly, who also runs the school with me, had an interesting experience one night. It was probably about 7 p.m. before our group was supposed to come in for a ghost hunt. She came in from up there, looking down the stairway, and saw what she thought was me. It was dark at the time. She said, "Don, what are you doing down there? You're supposed to be upstairs getting the propane heater ready." And I called down to her, "Kelly, I'm up here. I'm up on the first floor." She said, "What? I thought that was you downstairs." So that was her first experience with a shadow figure. This is actually the custodian's office and the boiler room. This is actually a steel door. We believe they put the steel door in to actually shield the school in case the boiler would blow up at some point. This is a really heavy door. It's got a weight on the back. Now, during one of our investigations in around 2010, that door actually slammed shut of its own accord. It's really heavy. It does not move easily unless you actually move it. It's not gonna.
Wow, that is heavy.
It's not gonna swing on its own. Wow. No, but so it actually slammed shut during an investigation at some point. Wow. So back when the school was first built, it was heated by coal. If you look against the back wall there, you can see the old coal chute. The coal bin is still outside, but it's welded shut. In 1972, they switched over to the boiler system. This was installed in 1972. So actually, they would heat the school with boiling hot water that ran through all these pipes. Of course, the piping is shot now, so there's not any way of using this for heat. We kind of nicknamed this the Freddy Krueger boiler. That's all. One of the claims in this room is we've heard actually disembodied voices. I was here at the time. We had a male and a female investigator against the back wall. The male went to ask a question. The female investigator said, "What?" So we thought nothing of it. A few seconds later, the male says, "Was that you that just said that?" And she said, "No, it was not me." And we had thought it was her, but apparently it was not. So going on that, we had just heard a disembodied voice. On both sides of the boiler room, we have storage rooms. That chimney stack actually goes all the way up to the top of the building.
Like a dumbwaiter or something?
No, I don't think so. I think it probably carried a lot of heat up. I'm not sure how they work their heat back. Because this used to be heated by coal, so I'm thinking, well, maybe they used it to get some of the heat up through the building.
Huh. I can't get over the green pipes. That's strange.